What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Michael.
I'm Leroy.
Exciting day. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited because this was a surprise. I didn't know this was coming. Did you know this was coming?
No, but I knew something was coming because the people had been mentioning that there were TV trailers for the. We're talking about the Mandalorian. If you saw the description at the bottom.
Yeah.
I just happened to look up while scrolling at the crappy teams that are playing in Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Suck it, Steelers and Dolphins. You're playing for the bottom.
Aren't y'all playing for the bottom too?
Whoa! We're 4-3, sir.
I mean, that's not great.
Above 500.
Okay. Fair enough.
Panthers fans for life.
People talk about it's bad to have corporate overlords, but I like the synergy that Disney is doing in terms of playing trailers in Monday Night Football. You kind of get something to look forward to. I remember they did that for NBA Finals stuff too on ABC. It's like, that's kind of cool. I like that.
I mean, they're going to promote their hot toy.
Right.
So it's Star Wars and football. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. So this is an extended look or some type of trailer for The Mandalorian.
I caught a glimpse of it as I was like, oh, that's The Mandalorian. There seems to be new footage.
Okay. Because I just based on this first clip as it starts, I remember seeing this from before the heads or whatever in some type of graveyard. So you ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's go.
Music's different.
Is the world more peaceful since the revolution? It is a shame that your people suffered.
Close quarters action.
But bounty hunting is a complicated profession. They said you were coming. They said you were the best in the parsec. Would you agree? Mandalorian, look outside. They are waiting for you. Yeah? Good.
Oh, Disney Plus, man. Just take all of our money, right?
You're welcome.
For what? Oh, making me sign up for the thing? Shut up. You're not wrong, but shut up. I feel like the last words we heard were from the Mandalorian. It almost sounded like it was coming from his helmet. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You guys will correct us if we're wrong.
Lord will you.
Are those the first words we've heard from him?
I believe so.
I feel like those are the first words, which is cool. They have really played this close to the vest in terms of, we know it's Pedro Pascal, who's an awesome actor, a very attractive looking man. So
sexy man.
Yeah. So
Narcos season 1 through 3.
So I think it's funny that we haven't seen his face yet.
I wonder if they're going the Judge Dredd thing where you never see his face.
That would be interesting.
Where even if he takes the helmet off, it's a behind the shot of him.
Oh, you mean they're doing like a Wilson from Home Improvement where his face is always behind a fence or something?
Yeah, or I don't even say face behind a fence. I'm just saying like you never see him without the mask off. Kind of like a Vader situation where you never saw Vader without the mask. And
you saw him a little bit.
You saw him in Return, and then the one time you did see him without the mask.
He was in that little egg thing.
That was in Empire. So you still really didn't see him with the mask off.
Right.
So I'm wondering. I'm not saying whether I want him to go that route. I'm wondering if that's the route they're going to make him the mysterious gunslinger.
Yeah.
We know Giancarlo Esposito possibly.
I feel like he's working with the Empire, right?
So this is the funny thing. His character, from what I understand, what I read, and he is a governor of a particular sector.
Okay.
And he is
like a Calrissian was?
No.
Over Bespin or whatever?
No. Remember Lando was like, he was in charge of Cloud City, but he didn't work for the Empire.
Okay.
Giancarlo works is a part of the Empire. Now remember, this takes place after Jedi. The Empire falls. A lot of people believe that Giancarlo's character is going to help sow the seeds of the First Order. Because remember, we know that the Empire turns into the First Order. Right. We just don't know how.
So this could be the bridge, but that final bridge that we get between 6 to 7.
It's possible. But we do know he is one of the governors. And if you watch, like, I know you don't watch, but if you go back and watch Clone Wars and Rebels,
I will soon, thanks to Disney Plus.
They explain a little bit more of the hierarchy in the Empire, like how different sectors are kind of ruled and how different. And they do a pretty interesting job of filling in of like they do Tarkin. Tarkin shows up in the original Clone Wars. Okay. And so you see a little bit of that come forward a little bit, and how those are shaped different sectors. Remember, you heard Werner Herzog say this parsec. So it's going to be interesting to see how these different characters, because it almost like Herzog was running a bounty hunter. Yeah. And it seemed like when he walked in, there were stormtroopers and then there was Werner Herzog, but it could have just been edited that way.
Yeah. I love we're keeping up with the tradition of stormtroopers having really crappy armor. Just getting shot left and right. One got shot right in the face. That was great. And you could see people shooting his armor, the Mandalorian armor. Didn't really seem to affect him at all, which was great.
His armor is very clean, too.
It is, which kind of makes me feel like people don't get shots off on him, almost.
True.
It's like he doesn't get damaged because he's too good.
And also, it gives you a different sense, because one of the things, part of the reason why Boba Fett was so popular was because when you saw him, he was just kind of in the back. He was a Mandalorian. Boba Fett was a Mandalorian. But the difference between the armor is there's a total difference between this Mandalorian's armor, and he has a name, but we just call him the Mandalorian. Right. Versus Bobo's armor, it looks dirty. It's been dingy. Yeah. And again, if you go back and watch the Clone Wars, those dudes' armor looked like this in the Mandalorian. They were clean. They were cut. Those dudes were crisp. You know when you go to the club and you put on your best outfit, that's the Mandalorians. They ready to show out. They was decked to the nine. They was they was coming through.
Yes. So. We saw a younger kid in like red clothing. Maybe, I wonder if that was a flashback, if that is the Mandalorian younger.
I hope not.
You hope it's somebody totally different? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I hope we don't get no flashbacks. I hope it just starts, and then we learn as the show goes on what happened.
But they never show it back.
They never, I don't want to see any back. I don't want to see any flashbacks. I want to see any of that. I want to see...
kind of like a game that you really loved recently, God of War. Yeah. The most recent one, I'm pretty sure they didn't have flashbacks. They just alluded to all the stuff that happened between those old games to now, which was great.
And it just kind of and it just kept going. And you had to pick up the clues and the pieces. And for those of you who played the older games, you got like, oh, he mentioned this. Yeah. But for those of you who didn't, the story didn't. It wasn't like you had to have played those games. And that's what I'm hoping the Mandalorian is, where you may get flashbacks as far as like Easter eggs. I don't want to say you may get Easter eggs to the Clone Wars, to the original trilogy.
Jango Fett.
You may get those, but I would rather just keep going and let us catch up, and you fill in little things and throw in little Easter eggs for us.
Who's Action Jackson?
Carl.
He's in this, right?
Yeah.
Because we saw him in the trailer. Mm-hmm. Okay, just
he
make
was
sure
walking up.
Yeah.
Because remember, he was sitting, and So the funniest thing is they've shown more footage. They haven't shown anything more than they did in the first trailer.
No, I don't know who is working for Disney's trailer department, but you guys are doing a good job of not showing everything in stuff. Mm-hmm. Like overall, I think Disney trailers are doing a good job.
Giving you a sense of the show or the movie, and then...
Because even with the most recent Episode 9 trailer...
Rise of Skywalker,
we still got more, but I don't feel like I know the full story, which is great. Because you don't know where stuff's appearing and whatnot, then I think they're doing a good job.
I mean, I will say this. Even though a lot of people have their issues with Last Jedi, if you go back and watch a lot of these trailers are cut very well. Because if you go back and remember, everybody thought Finn was going to be the wielder of the lightsaber and the long lost,
friend of the show, Alyssa Lang, shot video of you.
Yeah, we can't
when
use
we
that
saw because it's on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah, but you can't use that video.
Because you were like,
I yelled some obscenities.
but you were so happy, and I was too. We were like, oh, this black man got a lightsaber. It was awesome.
And
Turned out it was a fake out, but they cut it well.
But they cut it well. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back, like to me, my favorite trailers of this new generation of Star Wars movies is Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rogue One's trailers. The first two, and they're going to mention it anyway. But we know in the first trailer that they cut, there were scenes that did not end up in the movie.
What you wanted? Oh, I wanted those scenes.
So wanted.
I wanted
But
those scenes.
I will say that they did a very good job of cutting that trailer. Back to your point,
Yeah.
where it really subverted your expectations of what you were going to get in this movie. So this really subverts your expectations of what you're going to get in this show. And there are reports that the first episode kicks off unlike anything you've ever seen in a Star Wars property.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah. Not much to say on this one. Nice, short, and sweet, but we're excited. November 12th can't come soon enough.
Yeah, I ain't coming to work that day.
I need you to stop putting that in these things, only because I don't want to be an accomplice knowing this information.
I'm gonna be like, who else knew he wasn't coming to work today?
It's like, well, great. Wonderful. Now I know.
I'm coming to work.
But,
I might be late.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Because
There's so much stuff to watch. On
because
Disney
this is what I'm wondering. Like, how is Disney Plus dropping this? Like, in other words, is it 3 a.m. our time, so it's midnight, November 12th? Does it go up like 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like, how does that
don't know.
work? And I'm just wondering, for those of us who have paid, you got my money, cool. Do we get a beta?
I'm kind of wondering, yeah, when do we get to mess with it?
Because
you got money.
Because
Well, they probably haven't taken it out yet.
no, they took it out.
Did they?
Yeah, they took mine.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. They took my 3
They
years
took mine.
subscription.
Because the reason why I asked is because is it going to crash? Because you have been advertising this for over a year. You have been hyping these things up for over a year.
Yeah.
And I am telling you, nothing launches
Clean.
day one clean.
Not anymore.
And so I'm wondering, are they going to roll out like tiers? Like if you pay 3 years, you get it like, I don't want to say a day early, but is there a group
Yeah.
who is actually checking this infrastructure so you don't end up with the first episode of Mr. Robot and you are patching stuff?
Yeah.
And because I think people who are really interested in this are going to crash Disney Plus. Like, I just don't know how you're going to roll out an entirely brand new streaming service with every Star Wars, every Marvel movie,
Most Marvel movies.
eventually every Marvel
Eventually,
movie.
yes.
All your like when you look at what everything is available day one, and there's a lot of stuff that families, is this infrastructure going to be, because you keep putting this trailer out and people are going to be like, yeah, I ain't going to work today. I mean, I got to go to work, but there's going to be people like, I ain't never coming home.
So your mama, yeah, for real.
But
You're not lying.
I'm being honest. It's just, I wonder how this is going to work because this show is so anticipated. And I wonder how they're going to manage expectations, not for the show, just for people.
For the service?
For the service.
Yeah.
Because remember, HBO suffered when they launched their site and their HBO Go and their HBO Now because of Game of Thrones. They fixed it over time, but they have had problems with their service as far as crashing because they had the #1 show on television.
And I also wonder, the tech nerds let us know, the people who really know, like what the compression rate is and stuff. Because people, when they watch Game of Thrones, a lot of people don't like to watch it through HBO. They rather get it from Amazon because the compression rate is better.
Really? I didn't
And
know that.
a lot of people are like, if you watch through HBO, it doesn't look as good as watching through Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that. Now I got to go look that up.
So-
See, now I want to go watch The Watchmen through Amazon versus HBO to see if there's a difference, because they do shoot stuff in 4K.
Yeah.
It does look good on my TV, but I'd never paid attention to the compression rate is different.
Yeah.
So now I'm wondering how this is going to look.
Yeah.
Questions.
We got questions. If you got questions, let us know in the comments below. A couple of housekeeping notes. Thank you to all of our subscribers. We've been doing this for a little over, a year and some change now.
A year and a month.
We hit 5,000 subscribers.
We did?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool, man. You guys we're the little engine that could. We keep trying to make this grow and get bigger and better with your support. We have lots of plans in our heads, and the more viewers and support we can get, the more likely it is to happen. So keep telling your friends about us, evangelizing about us, all that kind of good stuff.
So they can stop stealing that.
Well, actually, steal that, maybe we can get a better one.
You can have that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll get a different
We keep
one.
getting support. Yeah, we can get a better one and all that kind of stuff. But, of course, like, comment, subscribe here. Find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WOTX.com. We're out.